Okay, we're talking about, playing about, repairing about the Galaxy Warrior. Again, I believe it was the late 1970s. This is Galoob, Hong Kong. It's very similar to the, what was the name of the one I just did? Space Superman, or Robot Serie. I'll put a link to that video down below so you can see what's inside there. A lot of it's exactly the same. Some of it's just a little bit different in how it was put together. Again, we're talking all plastic gears with the exception of one metal gear. Those are the motor and the drive gear. You can see those are plastic. There is the one brass gear there. See that gear in there? And then you've got the two gears that are the ramp sequencer and the clicker, all plastic. And the top of the ramp sequencer is the one that drives the axle, transfers the power, and it's split. And because it's an odd size and plastic, there's nothing I really have to replace it with. So what I've done is taken a very small drill bit, like a number 62, like you'd use if you're making printed circuit boards and stuff, and drilled all the way through the top of the gear and through the metal shaft, and then purposely snapped the drill bit off to leave it in the hole I just drilled as a pin. So it's now pinned so it can transfer its power back to the shaft. And the other gear that was cracked, of course, was the 10-tooth gear down here, that when it's in this low position like it is right now, this drives the walking mechanism. But when that ramp mechanism lifts, it then drives, you can see down in there a little bit, the gears that do the rotomatic and pop the guns out. Now this power from this large gear and this crown gear are transferred, and this is the part that's a little bit different, are transferred to these two gears. That crown gear, so you can get it, crown gear rides on this one, and then this one drives that one, and that one drives the cranks. It's a very a different way of transferring that center power to a right angle for walking. And this whole piece here, see these ridges that stick out? They snap up into place, and I had to get into it that way to replace this gear, only because in this particular toy, this shaft that this is connected to, up in here is that shaft sticking up right there, had been crimped, and that crimp is what holds this whole robot from coming apart. On the Superman robot thing, Serie, whatever you want to call it, the one I just did before, it actually had a spring clip that was pushed down on this top piece. So all I had to do was remove the spring clip, then I could separate the top of the bodies. So then I could get in to get to that gear. Not so easy on this one. So, I have not tried this. I have just pressed on that new gear, which I actually had to make and drill out and pinned. And I thought maybe we'd try putting the whole thing back together. See if it works. I don't know. I don't think I can really do this on camera. So let me just try and line this stuff up. Okay, I think, I mean, I don't actually know if I've got that back in place. I think it, there we go, I heard a snap. That's good. Okay, so I think that's snapped in place. Let's get the other body parts. Put them all over here. And dropping them on the floor. Okay. It's always a handful to hold when you're trying to reassemble these things. Sit there, please. So Alright. Cross your fingers. They've got so many plastic ears in these things, it's always amazing, I guess, that they last as long as, or they ever work at all, but last as long as they do. It makes this one quite old. Okay, that screw's not original. I'm going to have to hunt for a new screw for that one because I don't want to break anything. Alright, I think we're together. And the two D cells. Back here you can see the made in Hong Kong. Plus it's on the box. One thing that's different also about this robot is the battery box is exactly opposite. On the other one, this one went on this way and this clip part was over here. So it's like they flipped it around. But so much of it is exactly the same. Just interesting. Okay, before I power it up, go ahead and take a look at the box. Basically the same info here. I believe the back, yep, the back is the same as the front. It's the top of the box. I guess I should be holding it that way. Nothing on the bottom. See, it's an unusual box in that it, well, I guess it isn't really unusual. It's just a top flap instead of what we see on a lot of them. Alright, moment of truth. Oh, it's walking. I'm holding on to it. I don't want it to fall. It is a fast walker. Now the doors didn't quite open up 100%. Let me check these rods and make sure they're in place. Okay, this bottom rod is simply out of its slot down below, and that's why this door was hanging up. Rather than taking the time on camera, because I'll have to take the body off again to get this axle rod that door hinges on. You can see the top of the metal rods here. They run all the way down and then they nest in holes down the bottom. This one's simply not in its hole. Nothing broken. It's just the way they made them. They line them up and just push the rod in. It can fall out. And once I get that rod back into its proper hole, then the doors should operate normally. I don't know, maybe I will try to do it while you're all here, although no, I'm gonna have to take the body off to push that rod in place. Point is, you saw the thing walk. It's really a fast walker and a good rotomatic, so apparently I got everything fixed. I'll fix that little rod on the door and then we'll be 100% good.